Hi everyone, this is audap, and we're going to take a look at Final Fantasy X-2. Because what can I do for you? What can I do for you? This is the direct sequel to Final Fantasy X, or Final Fantasy X. Up until this point, there were no direct sequels in the Final Fantasy universe, so this was a first for the Final Fantasy series. Since then, there have been many sequels, direct sequels in the Final Fantasy universe. But previous to this, all Final Fantasies really only shared a couple characters, but for the most part took places in different worlds at different times with different characters altogether. So what's this about? Well, if you have played Final Fantasy X, then you know things didn't exactly work out for Tidus. Although technically it is a proper and happy ending, Yuna wasn't quite so happy with the way things worked out. But let's take a look here. So, I have actually tried to play this many times. I've always stopped somewhere around the 10-hour mark. Something about it just didn't compel me to go forward. But I'm going to try to get over that hump. And hopefully, at some point in time, I'll actually see the end of this. The unique thing about Final Fantasy X-2 is that after you complete the game, you can also do a New Game Plus, where you keep a lot of your same abilities, and you can play through again. Again, that's also a first for the Final Fantasy series. So, let's get started. This version is on the PS4. This is the HD version. You can also get this on the PS3 or your Vita.
In position. It's showtime, girls.
I don't know. I got a lot of things you could do for me. You know, who I feel sorry for? It's those background dancers. You know, you got the main pop star, but the background dancers, nobody cares what they're doing. They're just there to occupy space. It's such a thankless job, you know. In fact, you're sitting in the audience, and if one of those background dancers, you know, gets in the way, it's like, hey, move out of the way! I didn't pay to see you, you jerk. So obviously, thematically, things have changed since Final Fantasy X. Just a little bit. The character models are quite improved, actually. Resolution is at full 1080. Unfortunately, the frame rate is close to the original, but there are some improvements here and there.
Give it back already!
Boys! Want in on this number? Then show me your moves!
Think you can keep up?
This time around, instead of the turn-based system, we have returned to the real-time turn-based system. Active time battle.
Takers, keepers!
And of course, if you time your moves correctly, you can perform combos and do more damage.
Don't hold out on me!
I could have danced all night.
Sorry! No time for an encore!
Hold still!
Move!
The game does recycle a lot of the backgrounds and animation from the Final Fantasy X, but there are new locations too, so it's not all recycled elements. This was done in order to reduce the cost of next-gen development, or what was considered next-gen at the time.
Out of the way!
Plus, they were finally allowing for one of the major requests from the Final Fantasy series, which was some continuity.
Takers, keepers!
Of course, Square being Square, they didn't want to give you the exact same game, so that's why we're getting this, which is...
Out of the way!
Instead of a man's story, it is a girl's story. And I'm all for it. I mean, there are plenty of games where the man is the main character, chasing after the girl, so it's kind of nice to have the girls take center stage. I've also said female characters in games is just, it's such a rarity. So it's okay if we see it more, really.
How's that?
And thankfully, Riku is back. She was actually one of my favorite characters in the original.
Takers, keepers.
Although it wouldn't have been nice to have Lulu Star too, but
It's all in the wrist.
it was not meant to be.
Hey, you run too fast!
You're too slow, little girl.
You know,
Show's over!
you know, still who the real stars of the game are.
Ouch.
This way.
They get way more polygons and detail. Although we see these two quite often, I'm surprised that they're such low detail characters. Welcome to Charlie's Angels. I do that with my friends all the
Where's
time,
the
actually.
imposter?
So much like Final Fantasy VI, different characters can trigger different kinds of attacks, which, well, actually, I guess in Final Fantasy X too, which require different sort of button combinations to perform. In Yuna's case, she can use Trigger Happy, and when it's her turn,
I'm gonna miss you.
she can hit the R1 button to fire continuously.
It cannot be!
Oh, we better heal Riku.
Boss!
That's quite enough sniveling, boys. Persistent, aren't you?
My grid. You give us back Uni's garment grid right now.
Didn't you girls ever learn to share?
Give it back.
Very well, it's yours. But it won't be yours for long, loves.
Press L1 to access the garment grid and change dress spheres. So we have different jobs, essentially, that we can give our character. Which goes in the also-famous Japanese transformation sequence. Popular in many, many different sorts of anime, and strangely enough, also in real live-action movies, which is always weird.
Kiss me.
This is goodbye, love.
Let's give Yuna some HP. As long as Yuna continues to dance, our character, our opponent, will have darkness afflicted with them,
It was
reducing their
nice
accuracy.
knowing you.
Hey, eyes on me.
It's actually a very complex system. So the gameplay is actually pretty deep.
I won't let you off so easily next time. Get back here!
Riku.
Huh? What? 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 Hey. My body just started dancing by itself. I didn't know what was going on. I was frightened. Then, while I was dancing, something happened.
You sure looked like you were enjoying yourself.
I was. It felt like some other person's excitement just took over.
That can happen when you use the garment grid. The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere pass to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
I can't really say.
But it's your invention.
I'm just a kid.
Dance, Yuna! I want to see!
It'll cost you.
One moment.
She's kidding.
What? No dance? Looks sick to me. Darlings! Doing goody duck!
I've completed my latest invention.
Creature Creator. Use the Fiend Trap pods invented by Shinra to capture fiends all across Spira and train them as allied creatures for the Gull Wings. The more fiends you capture and train, the more fascinating tales you will hear about them.
This is Pain. I look up to her as a sphere hunter, and also as a friend. I still don't know her very well. She's not exactly the talkative type. I heard she joined the Gullwings shortly before I did. Riku doesn't know much about her either.
What now?
Nothing.
pretty archetypical Japanese stereotype there. A bit tsundere, as they say.
Having fun?
You bet. It all began when I saw this sphere of you. At least, it looked like you. I couldn't say for sure. I thought I might find more spheres like it if I joined the Gullwings, so I did. Oh, in case you're wondering, the Gullwings are sphere hunters, and sphere hunters are, well, this. We fly all over Spira. I'm really enjoying myself.
Glad to hear it. For a while there, I was starting to feel like a kidnapper.
Don't be silly.
Still analyzing.
Greedy.
Buddy and Brother are old friends. Buddy says he was aboard Sid's airship with us 2 years ago. When I told him I didn't remember, he seemed disappointed.
Yes, you will still be collecting audap primers. Unfortunately, that doesn't save over.
Yuna, has my talking gotten better?
He really has improved quite a bit. He told me that he practiced, just so that he could talk with me more.
Learning Albed. Brother and the Albed race speak their own unique language. Yuna has managed to pick up a little bit of Albed during her travels with the Gullwings, but she still has a ways to go. Go digging for Albed primers in the Beacon Desert, expose yourself to the language as much as possible, and you'll be proficient in no time. You scored the key item, Albed primer, something. Some number. Gosh, I hate Roman numerals. You scored the key item, Albed primer 3. Scores the item, Albert Primer, some number. 17.
Let's go! Party! Party!
You scored the Festivalist Stress Sphere.
I know everything.
Shinra's an Al Bhed. He's a real whiz kid.
And of course we have the typical pandering kid character that's really not just a kid, but knows everything and can do everything. Yeah, I know. I know, it's all the things that you've seen in manga and anime rolled up in here. But we do get to visit Spear again, and our characters have evolved a little bit. So it's not all bad. We better look at this. This is probably going to take a while. I'll explain the creature creator to you. This is the Fiend area, a secret base that I created. This is where you put captured fiends into teams and train them. Fiends are reincarnations of humans who couldn't make it to the far plane. My objective is to train fiends and learn the secrets of their fiend tale. Go to the trap creature to find captured fiends. Trap pod S has been supplied. Alright, I'll explain creature trapping. Set trap pods in areas that seem to be home to many fiends. The trap pods will cleanse the souls of the fiends and turn them into good creatures. There are 4 types of trap pods in all. Pod S, Pod M, Pod L correspond to the size of the fiends you wish to trap. Pod SP lets you target a specific species, including humanoids. You can carry up to 8 trap pods. You won't be supplied more than 8. Let's try it out by capturing Brother, who just went to Luca. Luca attracts fiends from all over, but trap pod SPs often don't do the job. With trap pod SPs, you have to specify what fiend species you want to trap. Brother is a humanoid. You can round up trap fiends by using R1. Select an area where you set a trap pod.
Huh?
Allow into the goblins, so yes. You can name any of the creatures that you trap. We'll leave default names. The trap pod test was a success. Fiends have varying affinities for each other when you can't catch a certain kind. Try releasing a fiend you've already caught. This concludes the creature trapping tutorial. Develop creature is where you nurture capture fiends. Give items and accessories to fiends to make them grow. You can use items and accessories to develop creatures. Select creature from the menu. This is the screen where you will develop creatures. Select a creature you want to develop. Then choose what you will use to develop the creature. For instance, if you select items, your item inventory will be displayed. In the creature status, you will see parameter changes and added abilities that will result from using a selected item. Currently, the cursor is on Ether, and it shows that you can use 2 Ethers to learn the ability Magicide. Now let's try to develop the creature. When you select Ether with the cursor, a confirmation prompt will appear. If you select yes here, Nashorn will learn Magicide. However, creatures can only learn a maximum of 4 command abilities and 4 auto abilities. If you want them to learn a new ability after reaching the limit, they must be able to forget a current ability. Oh, come on. To make creatures forget an ability, select Unlearn from the menu. A cursor will appear in the list of the creature's current abilities. Select an ability with a cursor, and the creature will unlearn that ability. Keep in mind that only abilities that the creature has actually learned can be unlearned this way. Abilities made usable through equipment, etc. are excluded. This concludes the tutorial on developing creatures. When fiends grow, you can learn more about their fiend tail. If you go to the creature history, you can see a creature's fiend tail. When fiends level up in battle, their fiend tail level goes up as well. When fiends complete their fiend tail, they can then be unleashed. When a fiend is unleashed, you can see its secret fiend tail ending. After viewing its fiend tail ending, the creature is added to the bestiary. We have to try to register every fiend in Spira into the bestiary. If you want to change the name of fiend or release it from your service, go to Name Creature. If you press R1, you can change the name of the creature teams as well. When you release a fiend from your service, its experience and learned abilities will not be recorded, so be careful. To train and level up fiends, have them fight in the fiend arena. Go to the fiend arena to have your creature's battle fiend teams that I have personally scouted. The field arena has various tournaments and battle simulators. By winning its tournaments, you can receive trap pods as rewards. Try to fight your way through and win every fiend arena tournament if you can. Lastly, I'll explain creature battles. This tutorial will teach you how to have creatures you have captured participate in battle. Select party member from the main menu. This is the screen where you can add creatures to the battle team. When you open the party members screen, there will be a list of characters and creatures. Select a creature you wish to add to the battle team. Once you select a creature, move the cursor to a team member on the right side of the screen. The selected team member will be switched out with the newly selected creature. The team member switch is now complete. However, keep in mind that creatures come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. The number of creatures that can be in a battle team at any one time is restricted to 3 S-size creatures. M-size creatures are equal to 2 S-size creatures. L-size creatures are equal to 3 S-size creatures. If you put 1 M-size creature into the team, then only 1 S-size creature can be added on top of that. If you put 1 L-size creature into the team, you cannot add any more members to the battle team. The creature fights alone. By the way, if you select Remove all members will be removed from the team. However, at least 1 creature must be selected for battles to take place. After selecting team members for battle, and using circle to return to the main menu, or to the menu. Choose a dress sphere for Nashorn. If you take a creature that are not yet equipped with dress spheres, and equip dress spheres on them like so, the setup for your creature battle team is complete. Just like regular characters, creatures must also be equipped with a garment grid and a dress sphere. Up to 2 accessories can be equipped on creatures. Creature abilities and parameters will change according to the dress spheres that they have equipped, but they are not able to sphere change. Creatures can equip the same items characters can, but the same item will have different effects when equipped on a creature than when equipped on a character. You can check the effects of equipment on creatures through the help messages. This concludes the tutorial on creature battle teams and equipping creatures. I'll explain creature behavior. Friendly creatures will appear in a circle of light. Creatures make their own decisions in battle. Creatures that just joined you will use commands rather than freely and randomly. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Creatures will grow smarter as they fight, learning which commands are optimal. Next, I'll explain cheering and fleeing. You can't directly control creatures in battle, but you can influence creature actions in battle by cheering them on. The gauge at the top left is the cheer gauge. The cheer gauge shows the creature's motivation with star symbols and is mood as well. The creature's motivation goes up by pressing R3 and goes down by pressing L3. When motivation is high, creatures are more aggressive and do more damage. But they take more damage as well, and their evasion goes down, so be careful. When motivation is low, creatures do less damage. But they take less damage, evade more attacks, and even heal allies more often. When all the motivation stars are gone, the creature will flee the battlefield. If the battle isn't going well, it may be better to have it flee. Finally, I'll explain abilities and leveling up. Just like regular characters, creatures level up and grow stronger by gaining EXP in battle. In addition, they sometimes learn abilities after being attacked. The abilities that can be learned varies by creature and are learned when the creature is subjugated to a related attack. For example, creatures that can learn Viraga may do so when they are attacked with a fire spell. There are a whole lot of abilities learned through related attacks. So the best way to learn a lot of abilities is to fight many different kinds of enemies. Creatures can not only learn command abilities this way, but passive abilities as well. Also, creatures are able to forget abilities they have learned, but they can remember them again if they are attacked in the same way. If you need basic battle advice, talk to me and go to Shinra's Guide to Everything, and then select the Battle Beginner's House. This concludes the Creature Battles tutorial. This concludes the Creature Creator tutorial. Thanks for listening. Trap-Pod S has been supplied. Trap-Pod M has been supplied. And Trap-Pod L has been supplied. So, the metagame inside of this game is a creature trapping game. A bit like Pokemon. Or at least in principle it is. Save Sphere tutorial. Access a save sphere to fully restore the party's HP, MP, and cure all status elements. Select save to save your progress. Select board shift to return to the Celsius. Let's just overwrite my stuff. I don't want to keep too many saves. I won't be able to keep track of them. So we can move about the ship. The ship has different floors. Let's check out the cabin.
now, what can I do for you?
Our barkeep's a Hypello. No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep. Brother took him in, and now he works aboard the airship.
Let's go to the gold store. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend that we actually have money to buy stuff, which we don't really have too much. But we will buy things which we don't have any stock of at all. Because we will inevitably need them in our journey. Okay, guards against poison. Wow, okay. All that stuff I will have to buy later.
Thank you. What can I do for you?
Oh, whoops.
What?
Let's
Sleep
rest.
tight.
I'll tell my girlfriend that. Sleep tight. Yeah, I know. Still single. Say those kinds of things, and yes, you deserve to be single. Unfortunately,
Gold wings! Report!
Final Fantasy is still an 8-way game. They never did take advantage of analog control, so the movement is a little awkward. At least for a modern audience, right? We put up with it when it came out first on PS2 many moons ago. But now it seems a little strange to have an analog control, but digital movement. Again, this should look a little familiar to Final Fantasy X fans. Obviously, the ship is different, but parts of the ship you see are still recycled.
Treasure sphere waves. They're coming from those ruins they found at Gagazet.
All right!
Hakadab! Gagazet!
Sphere hunt. We're going to get we're getting sphere waves from the top of Sacred Mount Gagasit. Go get that treasure sphere, Gull Wings. Let's go.
Sacred Mount Gagazet, silent guardian of Xanarkand, city of the dead. When the faith disappeared, the clouds enshrouding the mountain began to thin and disperse, revealing long-forgotten ruins among its peaks. Hey, the rocks are floating!
Don't tell me we gotta climb up that thing!
No worries. I'll take you to the top.
I can relate. That totally happens to me if I'm in a really high place.
What's your status?
Disasterific!
Disasterific is not a word. Say disastrous, like the rest of Spira.
I'm not listening!
Riku, come in.
You want me to hurt him?
That'd be great!
Heave!
Ho! Ugh! Ugh!
Thanks. That was a little close.
A little?
Coming!
We're here. Everything's fine now.
Nah, keep an eye on Rico.
You got it.
Jumping tutorial. Press and hold circle while approaching a chasm to leap across. Fail to press circle and you may lose your balance, so be careful. Climbing tutorial. Hold circle as you approach a wall or ledge. Will allow you to climb up. Jumping tutorial 2. In certain places, not pressing circle will allow you to jump down to the ledge below. You scored the accessory yellow ring.
Oh, we're not getting across this way.
Let's find another route. A dead end.
Just great.
Think this machina still works?
Whoa!
I wonder how safe this is. It stopped.
Owie!
What happened? Is you know okay?
Things are, oh, disasterific.
Disasterific! I am on my way.
What about me?
Ah, well, let's go down here. I don't know. There's probably nothing down here, but why not? Ah, never mind. There is something here. I keep forgetting Final Fantasy is traditionally better to go left first than to go right. Again, the graphics have been touched up a bit. Quite a bit, really, if you go back and look at the original PS2 version. Let's go ahead and switch unit back to an attack.
I've got you in my sights.
And as you can see, many actions can take place simultaneously if everybody has the timing correct. So combat can be rather fast and, at the same time, very technical.
Oh! Who's there?
LeBlanc! Remember that name well, loves.
Ah, the thief.
Whatever do you mean? Ugh, that's what I hate about amateurs.
Maybe she'll go away if we ignore her.
I heard that. Just as I was saying, amateurs, they have no concept of what it takes to be a true spear hunter.
Amateurs, weren't you following us?
Following? A mere coincidence.
You
I
was
do love
right,
that dress.
boss, as always.
Indeed, following them has paid off splendidly.
Laugh while you can.
Them again?
Let's go back to our songstress.
Well, this is no time for stage fright. Let's get moving.
Let me blow you a kiss. Stop your slacking this instant!
Let's get moving.
Then let's do the warrior roll.
So I chop things up and we win. I think I can handle that.
Hey, eyes on me.
Stop your slacking this instant!
And as you can see, the costumes are creative as always. But at least they try to do something original. I mean, you know, there's a lot of Final Fantasy gets a lot of slack for its design, or gets a lot of criticism for its design. But again, they're trying. It could be the opposite, where everything is a Tolkien-esque world.
Did that hurt?
Robes and dragons and trolls and maces and axes. I mean, that gets all pretty boring. At least this is original.
And this is the thanks I get for going easy on you.
Hey!
Who does she think she is?
She's getting hurt.
Outrun the Blank Syndicate. beat the syndicate to the top, but watch out. There's no telling what they'll do to stop you. Objective, be the first to the top of the ruins. I'll run into a fair number of these timed events.
You look a tad flushed. Why not stop to catch your breath?
Snake! Snake! All right, hand it over. It's all in the wrist.
And then we can give Pain the... Oh, we can't yet. Nah, she hasn't learned that. Oh, let's stick with Swordsman for now. Don't worry, it's actually very, very difficult
All together now.
not to beat them. I have to be careful with Riku's Steel because it takes a little while to charge, and sometimes Pain's attack will go in for the kill before she can do her own action of stealing. Let's go back to the guns. At least until we hit the boss.
Oh, you know how I hate the
Sorry, boss.
I'm gonna whack you good!
Jana.
Nice work.
You can kind of see the beginnings of the Final Fantasy 13 engine percolate through this one. Just in the fact that it's a fast-paced engine, and there's a lot going on, or there can be a lot going on at the same time.
Takers, keepers.
I do like the fact that this world is just so bright and colorful. There's a lot of vibrancy.
Let's show the ladies a nice, warm welcome.
Because that's actually how the real world is. There's a lot of color in the real world.
It's all in the wrist.
Would you stop staring?
I know, I would totally stare too. Ah, guilty as charged. I can't help it, I'm a fan. Could be worse, I could be not interested.
run into something like this?
It comes.
Hi there, creepy crawler.
I do worry about the health of these girls, because they're all like size zeros. I know it's a fantasy game, so, you know, proportions don't work the same in fantasy games. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a fantasy. Let's get our warrior on here. Do some damage.
Oh, you want a piece of me?
We could turn to stone. Oh no, she stopped. I think she'll wake up.
Found it!
It's obvious to the trained eye, that sphere's just a dud. Perfect for the dull wings.
Youth wins again.
Well, I guess we'll be taking this.
Brother, mission complete.
Brother? He's not with you? He said something about Yuna being in trouble, then he just jumped ship.
And here he is.
He's alive, right? Just leave him there.
Can you analyze the sphere we found?
I'm on it.
That wasn't that long ago where we saved, but it never hurts to save often. really is quite the opposite if you don't save often. Just leave him. We're safer on autopilot. Which raises an important question. What does Brother actually do around here? We'll ignore him. The treasure sphere? Ask Shinra. He should be about done with his analysis.
Analysis complete. Want to watch the sphere?
I can't believe I actually got a ticket. What a thrill to be able to shake her hands like that.
Think it's worth anything?
It's not very exciting.
Junk.
But we can use it as a dress sphere.
Alright, we scored the Black Mage dress sphere.
Woo!
Incoming data. Goings to your stations. How long you plan on lying there?
What is it?
The treasure sphere data you've been dying for. There's at least one on Besaid Island. And another in the Xanarkin ruins.
So, where to?
Selecting a mission. Aboard the airship, the sky is the limit. Based on information Buddy collects, you can travel to various hotspots, take on missions, and advance the story. To select a mission or destination, pull up the world map by talking to Buddy, and press circle to return to the bridge. Why visit hotspots? Hotspots appear as you complete missions, and Buddy collects data from throughout Spira. Exploring these hotspots unlocks new missions and episodes, placing you in charge of what direction the story will ultimately take. Before you leave, let me tell you about the Mission Select menu. On the left, you'll find a list of all the places you can go. Hotspots appear when we get a scoop on some data. That's where the action is. Besaid Island Sphere Hunt. Sphere waves coming from Besaid. Gather information in Besaid Island and find that treasure sphere. The easy star to hard star displays at the bottom of the screen indicates the difficulty of the battles in the arena. In the area. The more stars there are, the tougher the fiends. Be careful out there. That's all. Where to, Gullwings? So, we can go to Besaid, or we can go to Xanarkin. Xanarkin is the hard one. Of course it is. And Besaid is the easy one. I like things easy. Just like when women.
This
I'm
must
just
be
kidding.
how a runaway feels after finally coming home.
I don't like him easy. I love him.
This is the first time I've returned to Besaid since my journey began. I'm a little nervous.
I bet. The way you took off without a word.
Yeah, you said it. You caused quite a fuss, young lady.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, as long as you're okay, yeah? Your friend?
Oh, this is Payne. We're looking for spheres together.
So, you're a sphere hunter now. I heard the rumors. To tell you the truth, I wasn't too worried. Gotta say, though, you, do seem pretty different.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit, Tubby.
Whoa, cut it out, yeah? I'm gonna be a father soon. Got to have a little more presence, you know?
How much longer?
Any day now.
Waka, a daddy!
To tell the truth, I sure don't feel like one. I mean, how do I know how a father's supposed to act in front of his kid?
Why not just do what your parents did?
Don't remember him. Sin saw to that when I was still little.
You don't have any spheres of them?
Nope, not a single... Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, do me a favor and go say hi to Lou. She's been worried about you. Get going.
All the Crusaders have gone to the mainland to join the Youth League. The Aurochs? We're just killing time until the Blitz season starts up, yeah? Well, look who's here. Hope you decided to stick around for a bit. Hey, it's Yuna. Long time no see. You say it's the same as always. Everyone's just taking it easy. I'm saving every last drop of stamina for Blitz this year. But, all the stamina is making me kind of sleepy. Yuna, how could you leave without telling any of us? We've all been so worried, but, you look like you're having fun, so I guess it's okay with me. Say, home of the High Summoner who defeated Sin. Nice, quiet place, ain't it? Wonder if they stumbled upon any rare finds lately. Any rare finds? I've got this key with the emblem of Besaid on it. Goes for 900,000 gil. How does 900,000 gil sound? No thanks, yeah. Okay, I think we're still okay. Let's hold off. We really haven't bought that much. Hey there, Yuna. Guess you decided to ditch the high summer look, huh? I gotta help my wife with the housework once in a while, too, yeah? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. At least if you want her to stay your wife. And really, it's just to be nice. That's also helpful, too.
Welcome back.
Hi, Lulu.
So, tell us about the baby. It's gonna be born soon, right?
Not yet. Waka's getting a little ahead of himself.
Ah, bummer.
So, care to go for a little walk?
Can you?
I could use the exercise. Come on. So, what's so important that you'd run off without telling us?
This.
The sphere. Waka told me about it.
Kimari said he found it on Mount Gagazet.
It does look like him, though something seems a little off. Have you found anything?
Nothing. But there's still a lot of places we haven't looked yet.
Must be fun, being free to go where you please.
It is fun. I never expected a journey quite like this.
I'm not there, so you can spread your wings?
Maybe.
Huh. You have spread your wings. Well, good luck. But, Yuna, never forget who you are. You're the High Summoner that defeated Sin. There are those who would use that, Yuna.
I'll be all right. I won't let myself be used anymore. Not by anyone.
Ooh. It kicked.
Really?
I want to feel.
Since you've come all this way, why not stay the night?
Alright, why don't we stop it there, and we'll pick this up again here soon. This is audap. You have been watching Final Fantasy X-2 HD. So this version is available on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3. Obviously, you'll want to get it on the PlayStation 4 if you have that system. It actually cleans up even more than the PlayStation 3 version, and the models are slightly different, or some of the models are slightly different in the PlayStation 4 version. So it is the best version available currently so far. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. It's been a fun journey so far, so let's see what happens later on. Thanks for watching. I will see you at the next stream here very soon.